This is your brain. This is your brain with my specially blended homemade marinara sauce. God damn, your brain tastes good. Greetings and welcome to Nathan Lyle Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Lyle. This is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. And if you missed my last video, which you probably did because, first of all, right now it only has 3 views. Second of all, I uploaded it at like 2 or 3 in the morning because of course I did. That's when I get all my best ideas. I'm going to be doing some things with this channel, definitely focusing more on keeping content shorter. So first of all, 2 things that I definitely want to do with this channel. I want to talk about stories. And so a lot of that is just going to be reviewing other people's stories because you can't tell good stories without seeing other stories. So a lot of movies, TV shows, and other stuff that I'm going to be reviewing. And a lot of stuff is going to be, a lot of older stuff that I've been watching lately because like I've been doing a lot of Power Rangers. So I'm going to do multiple videos covering that. And I'm going to do movie reviews, TV show reviews. I'm also going to do song reviews, which is actually what this video is. We'll get into that later. I'm also going to do fan fiction. I did it before, but like all of those videos were 30 minutes or longer. So I'm going to do those same videos, but instead of doing the whole story in one video, we're going to be uploading it chapter by chapter. That way I can go more in depth. And then, if you feel like it when the complete story is uploaded, you can watch the entire thing like one really long, hour-long movie. Or you can follow along episode by episode in what hopefully we'll try to keep in the 5 to 10 minute range every time. And of course, I don't go on many adventures. They do happen occasionally. So, we're gonna... You get to see me living my life a little bit the few times I actually feel like going out and living it. So, the future is coming. It's gonna be exciting. And so, yeah, feel free to leave comments down below knowing if there's any specific thing you want me to review. Otherwise, what happens next, and it happens whenever it feels like happening. Sometimes you'll get 1 video a week. Sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 videos in the same day. Sometimes you'll go a month without seeing my face. I don't have a regular schedule right now. I'm just doing this. This is a fun hobby that I do when I can. But it's something that, I don't know. My life is heading in a new direction. I am becoming a new person. And I am trying new things. And some of the new things that I'm trying are old things. Trying to rediscover who I am, because I remember very vividly my high school, not my college years. Somehow I was working a full-time job. I was a full-time college student with a full-time job, living on my own, which means I got to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, pay all the bills. And I didn't hang out with friends that often, but like hell, occasionally I would spend time outside of the house doing things that weren't necessarily productive towards anything, just for the pure enjoyment of it. And sometimes I would do that specifically because other people asked me to. And yet somehow, still, across, I had 5 different channels, and I regularly uploaded videos to at least 2 of them. I don't know where I found the energy. I guess I must have enjoyed it because it was something I committed myself to doing for so many years, despite the fact that the only real benefit was that, like I said, I seemed to enjoy it. So anyways, that's the main thing. Just wanted to let you know the channel's gonna be active, at least for the summer. I'm gonna try to at least get 1 video a week on my days off. We'll see. Because I know at least on my next days off, I gotta go shopping. Mostly because I really want grilled cheese, but I don't have any bread, I don't have any cheese. I have butter. That's the only thing I have. I'm a black man in the South. There is always butter in my fridge. But anyways, y'all don't need to know those details. Let's get into this video, which is just a little preview for those of you who haven't known. I love music. Music is my life, and a lot of people have different opinions when it comes to music. I heard someone make a good argument for why instrumentals are more important than lyrics because, let's be honest, if you have instruments, you can have a song with instruments and no lyrics and it's still just as fun and exciting. But a song with lyrics and no instruments isn't really a song. And to some degree, you are right, but also you're wrong. Because poetry is basically the precursor to music. It's like poetry is its own separate genre of music, like Shakespeare. Would any of you ever think of Shakespeare as a rock musician? No, obviously not. But you could easily make a rock song out of any Shakespearean poem. Like, for one thing, one of my favorites, double, double toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble. I'm just saying, if you look at it, Shakespeare was very lyrical in his writing. I'm just saying, poetry to me is like another genre of music. Anyways, that to each his own. I'm not mad at people who say they care more about the instruments than the music, but me personally, I could give a fuck about the instruments. It means nothing to me. I'm a storyteller, and I love people who tell a good story. So I'm listening to the story, which is the main reason I don't listen to that much rock, mostly metal, especially the heavier stuff like death metal and all this other shit. Like any screamo type stuff, that's just not my bed. That's pretty much the only genre of music that I don't listen to regularly. I don't hate it, I just don't go out of my way to hear it. I go on too many tangents, that's why editing becomes necessary. Anyways, the thing I'm talking about today is a specific song. But first, I do want to bring back some other stuff, because like, one thing I love to do is comparing songs that are similar and telling you why they're different and which one is better. I don't know if it's still up, but let me recap a video I did once about a song called I Want You Back. You know, the Jackson 5 did a version and Cher Lloyd did a version. And Cher Lloyd's version sucks. You know why? Because the Jackson 5 did a song where they say, hey, I didn't appreciate what I had when I had it. And now that you're gone, I realize just how amazing you are and how great my life was with you. So please give me another chance to show you how much I care about you. Whereas Cher Lloyd, in her song, she's literally saying, hey, I didn't think you were good enough for me, so I decided to upgrade to a better model, someone much hotter. But then I see you, and you're like happier with her, and I don't like that. I'm not okay with it. So you and I are getting back together. I don't give a fuck what you want. It doesn't matter to me what your desires are. I don't want you being happier with her than you were with me, because then that makes me look like the bitch. So I don't give a fuck what you say. You're dumping her, you're getting back with me. And if that's all there is to it. If you ever meet Cher Lloyd in a bar and for some reason she's hitting on you, run for it, man. I have no idea what her personal life is like. She could be married with kids or whatever. If she's not, I know why. I'm just saying, that song should scare you. Anyways, this video, we're actually going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite hip-hop songs. Came out when I was in middle school. Youngin by the name of J-Kwon. You might know him from his hood anthem, Tipsy. I would put the song in this video. I don't need copyright strikes and all that other bullshit, so I'm just going to put a link to the song in my description. So check out that music video as well as this song. I'm gonna put some links to it. Check the description for some links. I always put links in the description. So J-Kwon, highly regarded as a one-hit wonder, and I kind of understand why. Tipsy is one of the biggest club anthems ever. I've never been to a party that doesn't play that song. But most people, they don't even remember his name, and the ones who do can hardly name any song other than that one, except me, because that's only my second favorite J-Kwon song, because another song on that same album was one called You and Me, sorry. Before we get into too much detail, the first thing you need to know is it's not a happy love song, it's a sad love song. And I was kind of shocked to find this out when I looked it up, but apparently J-Kwon was 18 when his album was released. Which means he was probably might have been 17 when he started writing this song. Because all of this shit happened basically during his high school years, it appears. I don't know the exact timeline. I didn't look it up, and even if the information was available, I'm not sure if I want to delve that much into another human being's personal life. It feels kind of icky. The point is, this is a song by a literal teenager, and it's lamenting a first love gone wrong. Now, I've gone back and forth about how much detail to include here. Like, should I critically analyze every single lyric? Ain't nobody got time for that. So, for just for right now, we're gonna go into a brief overview. Like, the verse 1 is basically just him saying, "Oh yeah, we met when we were young. I fell in love the second I saw you, and we were so happy and in love. Then things started getting weird, and he doesn't specifically say this, but from the way he phrases things, the story he's describing, basically what happened is, in the midst of their relationship, he gets a record deal, and he basically just takes her for granted. He's focused more on building up his career, and he kind of just stops putting any effort towards the romance. Forgive me if I'm wrong, this is all just based on my impression. But that's the story that it appears to be telling, especially when you look at the third verse, where he talks about the fact that despite the fact that everything was going wrong, they ended up having a kid along the way, which anyone who has a kid with someone that they are no longer with, you know how difficult that whole situation can be. And he talks about, "Oh, I came back home expecting you to be there, and you weren't there. But the divorce papers were, child support payments were." And it's honestly, like I said, I don't want to spend the entire day sitting here. I mean, honestly, if you have questions, that's what we'll do. You listen to the song, and if you have more questions, you tell me how much you want to talk about it. But honestly, it's one of those songs that it's an underappreciated piece of artistry. And if I'm being completely honest, first of all, even though the instrumentals are not my focus when I'm listening to a song, this song has a bumping beat. It is fun to listen to. I love the chorus. It's very smooth and soulful. I don't know who the featured artist is, but she's got a nice voice. Maybe I should look her up, see if she has anything else out there. I'd love to hear more from her. And the rhyming, I mean, it definitely feels to me like in many of these verses, he's just straight up making up words so that he has something that rhymes. And it appears that there are times when the story is kind of told out of order in specific areas. But, so overall, as far as we're talking about actual skill and technique, maybe not top grade. Maybe not God tier. Maybe not Eminem level. And yes, Eminem level is above God tier. Fuck you if you disagree. But the point I'm saying is, I mean, if you're looking to analyze this from a technical perspective, depending on how you feel about hip-hop in general, because if you already hate hip-hop, probably no one's going to rate this higher than a 3. For me, an avid lover of hip-hop who I actually consider myself to be very critical, I'd say 1 to 10, I'd give this song a 7. Is there much better hip-hop out there? Hell yes. And I think a lot of it, on technical merit, it would probably be ranked lower, and the biggest boost it gets is that I love it on the personal level because, like I said, it's a teenager telling the story of his first love gone wrong, and I love that about it. Like I said, we could sit here for so many hours debating this, going back and forth, but here's my opinion. If you've never heard this song, it's worth taking a listen to, especially if you love hip-hop and if you love love songs. And if you love hip-hop love songs, this, to me, is the best. Like, in all honesty, I can't think of any love song in hip-hop that I like more than this. That being said, there aren't as many... like, hip-hop and love songs are not something you generally think of. Like, when you think hip-hop, you don't think love first. It's not the first thought that comes to anyone's mind when they think hip-hop. I keep going on tangents. The point is, it's a good song. I love it. One of my favorites. Go check it out. Tell me how you enjoyed it. Or if you didn't, tell me why. Because I'm guessing there might be some people out there who hate it specifically because they've been through this shit. So I can fully understand that. Look, I've talked too much already. My recommendation for this week, go give You and Me by J-Kwon a listen to. Such a beautiful song. Give it a try. If you don't like it, perfectly fine. It's not for you. If you do like it, recommend me a song that you think is similar, that you think I should hear. I might have heard it already, but still feel free to recommend it. Or ask me to review some other songs, tell you why I don't like it. I want to do more of this. I love music. I love talking about music. Like I said, I'm a lyric first person. I think if we start from an instrumentals and then add in lyrics later, someone else might give this a completely different score because their ranking places higher value on other things. But me, at the heart of it all, it's a good story. And that's the most important part to me. Even if it's not always well told, the fact that it is a good story is everything. That's it for this week. I'm going to let you go. And until the next time you see my face in the video, my name is Nathan Lyle. This has been... I don't even know what this series is called right now, but whatever. Until the next time you see my face in the video, have a great day, week, month, year, however fucking long it takes.